So in the following video, I'm gonna tell you guys how you can also date the hottest woman. And I know hotness is not the only thing we're looking for. You're also looking for girls that you enjoy spending time with. But from what I'm seeing around me, I'm usually hanging out with guys that are much better looking than me, much more successful than me. However, for some reason, I'm usually the one who is dating the most attractive and the most intelligent girl in the group. And I started asking myself, why is that? I'm not the most handsome guy. I'm definitely not the tallest. I don't make that much money, but for some reason, I'm still managing to date some really attractive girls. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly why I managed to do it and why other guys cannot do it. So first of all, you might be thinking to yourself, hold on a second, but Basim, you are very attractive. You're a handsome guy, and it makes a lot of sense that you're dating attractive girls as well. Well, first of all, I want to mention I'm 5'7", so I'm a short guy. Sure, I look not bad, but I'm not the most good-looking guy. And in the groups that I usually hang out with, the guys are much more handsome than me, much taller than me, much more successful than me, yet for some reason they still cannot get the girls that I get. Now, why is that? The first reason is that they tend to be pussies. Yeah, I said it. So when there's a hot girl and we are at the club or we are at the bar and they see a super hot girl, it's super difficult for them to pull the trigger and go have a conversation with that girl. For me, super easy. I don't care how hot the girl is. I feel like I'm entitled to be dating that girl. And you'd be surprised by how many guys are super successful, super good looking, yet they are super intimidated by an attractive girl. Now, obviously, it's not like I was always like this. I remember myself very well, like 8 years ago when I started actually going to clubs and trying to date, I would literally poop my pants every time I actually thought about going and talking to an attractive girl. Now, how did I overcome that? Well, there's no magic formula for that. I just kept going. I just kept pushing myself to go. And every time it was super scary and it was super awkward and I was super stressed out. But guess what? After you do it 2,000-3,000 times, eventually you kind of get used to it and it becomes automatic for you. And the interesting part is that afterwards it becomes the opposite. It becomes that when you see someone that you like and you don't talk to them, you're gonna feel like shit. And you go from super uncomfortable that you cannot actually talk to the girl to super uncomfortable if you do not talk to the girl. The reason number two, and I see that quite often, is that guys settle for less. So it's basically the same reason why somebody would have a mediocre job and stick with it for the rest of his life, because he's scared that he cannot get better, or he does not want to go into this uncomfortable stage of actually searching for better and being lonely for a while until you find somebody worthwhile for you to be dating long term. So for you to actually date attractive girls, you have to allow yourself to be in a super uncomfortable state, the state in which you are super lonely and you are rejecting everybody that does not meet your standards. And for them to meet your standards, you actually need to have standards to begin with. So for me personally, I write everything that I want in a girl down on a sheet of paper. And in this way, when I'm actually meeting a new girl, I'm checking the criteria. I'm checking if she actually ticks the boxes, if that's what I actually want. And I'm not saying that she has to tick 100% of the boxes. It's pretty much impossible to find somebody that ticks all the boxes and they have absolutely no flaws, because you also have flaws, just like the woman you're trying to date. But if you know what you're looking for, it's going to be much easier for you to eliminate the ones that are not what you're looking for. And you need to be tough. You need to be able to walk away from a girl that is, for example, hot, but she is not as intelligent or not fun to spend time around her. And I know that it's tough, but you need to always keep in mind that there are always more options. There are so many other girls that you can be dating. Reason number three why I date super hot girls is because I stay where super hot girls are, right? If you are in a place that it's super rare for you to bump into an attractive girl or a girl that is your type, then it's going to be much more difficult for you to be dating them, because the competition on those girls is just going to be fierce. So if there is just only a handful of girls that are your type in the place where you're staying, you're going to be competing with the top-notch guys all the time. You're going to be competing with the most successful, most charismatic, most aggressive guys, right? However, if in the place where you're staying there's abundance of the girls that you're looking for example, if you're looking for blonde girls and you're staying I don't know, in like South America or like in Africa, it's going to be very difficult for you to date blonde girls. However, if you're staying, say, in West Europe, because there's abundance of blonde girls, so I highly recommend you that you stay in places where there's abundance of at least the physical look that you're looking for. Number 4 to why I date the hottest girls is because I keep going. I approach more girls than you can ever imagine. In fact, I approach every girl that I think has the potential to be my long-term partner. And in this way, the probability of me finding a person that ticks all the boxes are much higher. Because if you're approaching just like 1 or 2 girls per month and I'm approaching 10 girls per day, my chances are definitely higher than yours because I have the numbers. And it's almost impossible to find the right person if you don't make any approaches. And trust me, the more approaches you make, the higher chances of you finding the right person. Number 5, why I did the hottest girls is because I'm not searching on Tinder and in social media for my partner. If you are trying to date, the woman of your dreams and you're trying to find her on Tinder or on Facebook or on Instagram, you are going to be competing with every person that has the ability to take photos, right? You cannot show your charisma, you cannot show your personality, you cannot show anything. All you can show is your photos. And if somebody comes and he has better editing skills, better posing skills, better photos than you, he's gonna stand out. People just cannot tell. All they have to compare is your photos with their photos. And if they can stand out better on photos, then you immediately lost. However, if you have the skill and confidence to be approaching during the day or during the night, then you actually have a huge advantage compared to the rest of the guys, because 99% of the guys are pussies. They cannot approach a girl when they see her during the day. Most guys are scared, and if you make yourself to be the 1% of those guys that actually have the balls to go and approach the girl during the day in the supermarket, in the mall, or at night at the bar, then you give yourself a massive advantage, because then you can show the girl pretty quickly your personality, your talking skills, your charm, things that you cannot show on social media. And you only become good at this when you do it more often. How do you do it more often? First of all, hang out with people that do it. Hang out with people that will push you to do it, because the first few times you're gonna need some push to do it. Otherwise, you're just gonna retreat back to your comfort zone and you're gonna skip on doing that because it's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. So hang out with people that are already doing it, and they're gonna motivate you and push you to do those steps. I hope that this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please leave it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And please let me know in the comments, do you have any other ideas or topics that you want me to cover in future videos? Anyways, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye-bye.